Today, we are gonna dig into the incredible story of Hugging Face, our company that started with friendly little emoji became the absolute center of the open source AI universe. So let's dive right in. Okay, you have got to wonder, right? How did this little guy, an emoji you have probably used a million times, end up as the face of, well, you could argue, the most important company in all of open source AI? It's a story all about seeing one massive problem that almost everybody else completely overlooked. So to really get this, we have got to rewind the clock. Let's head back to 2016. Back then, the word AI pretty much meant one thing in the tech world: chatbots. Every company was obsessed with them, and let's be real, most of them were not great, super clunky, all based on simple rules, and definitely not what you would call smart. And that's exactly where Hugging Face comes in. They started up in 2016 with a really specific mission: built a chatbot for teens that was actually friendly and safe. They needed a name that just screamed friendly. And I mean, what's friendlier than the Hugging Face emoji? That's literally it. That's the whole origin story for the iconic name and logo. Simple as that. But here's where things get interesting. While Hugging Face was busy building their chatbot, this tectonic shift was happening under the surface of AI research. It created an incredible breakthrough on one hand, but on another, a totally infuriating roadblock for developers. It all kicked off in 2017. Google researchers dropped this paper introducing the transformer architecture, and it was a game changer for understanding language and, to be honest, for everything. Then, just a year later, they unleashed BERT, the first big model built with it. And man, it didn't just break records, it shattered them. The future of AI had officially arrived, but there was one teeny massive problem. This amazing new tech, it was basically impossible for your average developer to actually use. This quote from one of Hugging Face founders back then just says it all. "I completely failed. I left very frustrated and feeling stupid." And trust me, he wasn't the only one feeling that way. The main tool back then, TensorFlow, was awesome, but it was awesome hard to work with. And it was that frustration, this feeling, that was everything that created the perfect opening for Hugging Face to step in. See, the team at Hugging Face looked at all that frustration and they didn't see a dead end. No way. They saw a giant flashing opportunity, a chance to offer a simple solution. So you had the old way, TensorFlow, which was built for researchers, super complex, full of jargon. But then there was another framework, PyTorch, starting to get really popular because it was just simpler. And Hugging Face saw this divide and made a huge bet. They thought, what if we could build a bridge between cutting-edge research and the developers who actually wanted to build stuff with it? And boy, did they move fast. Like only 1 month after Google dropped, they released their own open source library. They call it PyTorch-pretrained-BERT. And it did exactly what you think it did. Their formula was just genius. So simple, but so powerful. First, they took these crazy complex models and rewrote them in simple, friendly PyTorch. Second, they hosted all the pre-trained models themselves. So you could download them with literally one line of code. And the result, bam, they unlocked the power of state-of-the-art AI for thousands of developers who would be completely looked out. And that little library just get a little popular, absolutely caught fire. It exploded from one useful tool into a massive industry-defining ecosystem. To give you an idea of how fast it grew, just look at the GitHub stars for their Transformers library. This wasn't just another popular library, it was a full-on revolution led by developers, happening in plain sight. And of course, the business world started paying attention. Suddenly, the cute chatbot company was gone. In its place was an AI infrastructure powerhouse. They locked in their first funding round in late 2019, then scored a huge partnership with AWS in 2021. By 2022, they raised an insane $100 million Series C. They were not just in the game anymore. They were at the very center of it. And that pretty much brings us to today. Hugging Face is not just a library anymore. It's the center of gravity for the entire open source AI world. No question about it. Right now, the hub has over 2 million different pre-trained AI models. Think about that. 2 million starting points for everyone, for anyone, from student in dorm rooms to giant corporation, to start building with the best AI out there. And it's not just about models either, because to do anything useful with AI, you need data, lots of it. So the hub also gives you access to over 100,000 datasets. They have built the whole package, everything you need to build, train, and share. A lot of people call it the GitHub of machine learning, and that's a good starting point, but it does not tell the whole story. Yeah, it's the hub, but it's also the core libraries like transformers and diffusers. It's a place to show off demos called spaces. It's got serious tools for deployment and deep partnership with pretty much every major cloud and hardware company you can think of. So with all of this insane growth, what's the one thing that holds it all together? What's the core idea that guides them? It all boils down to 3 simple letters: OSS. Open source, state of the art, and simple. That's their mantra. That's what drives every single thing they do. They believe that the absolute best AI shouldn't be locked up in some lab. It should be open for everyone. And the most importantly, it has to be that simple to use. And you can see that mission alive in their code. Right now, look at this. This is the code to run Stable Diffusion XL, a mind-blowing, powerful AI image generator. Look at this. 3 lines of Python, just 3 to run it. After all this growth, they have stayed 100% true to their original promise, simplicity, by making the most powerful AI on the planet this easy to use. Hugging Face has completely changed the game. They have changed who gets to build the future. Before we close, I want to give full credit to Julian Simon, co-founder of Hugging Face. His original explainer video inspired this story, and I have linked it in the description below if you would like to explore it in more detail. So the real question now isn't just what next for AI, it's what happens when this kind of power is in everyone's hand.